As you may notice, I have a new setup. Woo! I moved, I'm like elsewhere. No, this is boring. Got all this part. Big difference, I'm just on a couch. So I'm a little bit lower. It's harder to get the camera close to me, although I'm okay with, I guess, where it is. The impotence of magic, or what magic can't do. So I wanted to talk a little bit about something that's been on my mind, and it's a phrase I'm gonna go ahead and use, the impotence of magic. Meaning that there are things that magic can't do. There's a lot that people think that it is a end-all be-all for a whole bunch of different things. And there's a ton that magic is incapable, or at least unqualified. Would that be a word? I guess. The new lighting is like really making weird shadows in my eyes. So before I kind of begin to talk about what it is that I wanted to talk about, I feel like I've talked about this before on this channel, and I'm just gonna bring it up again real quick. For those of you who haven't seen my previous ones. There is a philosophy that I like to subscribe to called the is of identity, and specifically removing that. This is an idea from Alfred Korzybski in the general semantics world, the whole thing. Look into it, it's really interesting if you're into that sort of thing. The is of identity is basically saying like, this thing is bad, or this music sucks, something like that. That's a very common phrase. So when you say, this music sucks, you're saying that it unequivocally is not good across the board. When really what you mean is, this music sucks to me. So basically, I don't think it's good music. I don't think it's a positive thing in the world. Which is far more accurate to what it is you're actually trying to say. So, with all that being said, all of this, I'm gonna go ahead and do my best to eliminate the is of identity while I'm discussing what I believe magic can't do. That's probably a better title if we're considering that. Whatever. So the first and foremost thing that I really wanted to talk about is that, from my perception, magic can't solve all your problems. There is a lot that people appear to try to do using magic, like getting a new job, falling in love, cursing people. There's just such a huge wealth of different potentialities that you can utilize magic for. And I just feel like it's something where people go, okay, I'm gonna do this spell, I'm gonna do this magic, and then I'm just gonna go sit on the couch and not try anything. Obviously, I'm not the first person to even mention this, but you do actually have to try in the mundane world, because we are spiritual beings living in the mundane plane. We have to coexist within both, or else you're gonna miss out on a huge chunk of reality. And so the main thing is that a lot of people don't try after doing magic. They're like, okay, I'm gonna do this prosperity spell, and I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna say I'm gonna do it to get a new job, and then they don't apply to any jobs. They don't do anything. They just keep doing what they've been doing and expect different results, and we all know what that's the definition of, right? Being able to understand that you actually have to like do stuff in order to assist the magic is very useful. It's very important to understand. Magic can't do something that would otherwise be impossible. Magic can't bring back the dead. Magic can't stop you from dying. Magic can't protect you from any and all harm, okay? Because those are impossible things. Those are things that you wouldn't already be able to do. Because as far as I can tell, if we can theoretically do it without magic, magic will aid us in the ability to get that thing done. So I have the ability to get a job without magic. Of course, everybody did. However, I have used magic to obtain and keep a position. So I guess what I'm saying is, I didn't expect magic to be the only thing to do in order to get what I want and get what I need out of the world. I used it as it's a tool, right? That's why they call it witchcraft, because it's a craft, not a religion. I lost the train of that thought, I'm sorry. And of course, magic can't be something it's not, right? So Many people, especially those who don't use it, expect it to be this like all-encompassing huge thing, right? When it really does have actual physical limitations. You have to understand that it's not capable of doing everything for you. It's not a slave. It's not something that you can just call it will. You really just have to actually try. I feel like those are basically the same points, but that's okay. Essentially what I'm trying to say, to round this whole thing together, is that magic won't do things for you. You have to do things to help the magic, to help it get there. Now what magic can do, to me, from my perspective, I'm doing a really bad job at keeping out the is my identity. It's not easy. It doesn't seem easy to me. Now what magic can do, from my perspective, is that it can remove obstacles from your life. Or more accurately, it can remove perceived obstacles from your life. And I think what I mean by that is when you are sitting there and you think, oh, I can't do this thing, I can't get this job, I can't get into this school, I can't marry this person, assuming they want to marry you. Maybe I'll cut that part because that was weird. You get what I'm saying, right? So you see it as something that you can't do. Magic, more often than not, from at least how I've used it and how I've seen others use it, it appears to solely be something that aids you in understanding that there is a way for you to do it. And that the world is not that scary. The world is not out to get you 100% of the time. It does appear to be out to get you some of the time, but that's just because chaos, and that's the way chaos works. So more or less, utilizing magic to remove obstacles and to assist in obtaining a goal appears to me to be the most prevalent and common use of magic. And as far as I can tell, it appears to be the only way to use magic when you really boil everything down, right? Now, obviously, my perception could absolutely be wrong. But yeah, tell me, what do you think magic can't do? What is it that you see people trying to use magic for that you know it's just not going to work because magic just doesn't do that kind of thing? Please, definitely let me know. Have a conversation with me down in the comments. I'm going to do the pointy thing down there. Also, tell me what it is magic can do. What are the things that you've experienced yourself? What are the things that you've seen other people experience that you've been able to use witchcraft and magic for? I like to think both sides. Obviously, this is just my own personal philosophy, so I definitely could differ from your personal philosophy, and I look forward to having that discussion with you. I just woke up and I had that phrase on my mind, and then I wanted to figure out what that meant, so I decided to make this video. Yeah. And never forget, a witch bows to no one, not even the gods. Peace.